Thank you for tuning into this video. I'm your personal piano professor. My name's Greg, and hopefully you're on my website, www.piano-lessons-for-life-.com. Had to use all those dashes in there. But if you get to my webpage, bookmark it, because I'm always putting up new and interesting and fun stuff. I got a question from a gal named D, and she wrote, "Hi, I'm a beginner adult piano student, and she stumbled on the website, and she wants to learn a method for memorizing chord inversions." She says, "How do I begin? I'm determined to do this, but sometimes," she says, "it feels overwhelming," and I got that feeling. She wants to know how long it will take. Well, those are some good questions. It takes as long as it takes. You have to sit down and actually do this, but let's just go over chord inversions. And we'll start with a C chord, basic C chord. To invert something means, if you look it up in the dictionary, to reorder it or to make the bottom the top, to invert it, turn it over. And that's what we do with our chords. So a C chord in its root position, because it has three notes, it's going to have three inversions. One with the C on the bottom, then we're going to invert it, or take the C and make it the top, move it up to this C. So now we've got C, E, and G. Now we're going to have E, G, and C. So that's the first inversion. Root position, first inversion. And second inversion, we take the E from our first inversion and move it to the top. And we've got our second inversion, and then if we did it one more time, we'd be back to our C in root position. So that's how we invert a chord. Now, as far as getting this under your fingers, when I was in music school at Berkeley in Boston, they made us do it. We had to sit there at the piano and play all the inversions all the way up the keyboard and back down again. And it's slowly and steadily. That's the way you want to do it. Now, to make it a little bit easier, once you get the C chord, which is made up of three white notes, any three white note chord is going to sort of look and feel the same. And by that I mean, if you notice, we've got every other white note for a root position chord. In a first position, we skip one white note and then skip two. And then in the second inversion, we skip two and then skip one. So if you look at that pattern and you just know the notes of the C chord, all you have to do, your muscles will remember that. And the good thing about it is let's take an F chord, which is also three notes, white notes. It's going to feel exactly the same and look the same. All you have to do is, get your fingers in the right position. So again, skip one, and then second inversion we skip one and then skip two. Our first inversion, second inversion, skip two and then skip one here. So they feel the same. The C feels the same as the F and the G, and that's all because they're white notes. Now, you've also learned the D minor, because it's a three white note chord. And when I say you've learned it, you do have to know the notes, but the hands are going to feel the same, so the muscle memory is going to feel the same for that. Now, do I play these things every day? No, I don't. I went through a period of time where I learned them all. And then there's another little trick too. So you've got actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chords there that are all going to kind of feel the same. C minor, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and C. So when you learn one, your hands are already ready to memorize the way the chords feel for the first and second inversions of those chords. And all you have to do really is know the notes you're going on there. So an E minor chord, E, G, B. First inversion, G, B, E. Second inversion, B, E, G. But again, they feel the same to your fingers. So you're using your eyes and your hands and muscle motion. So it gets a little bit easier as you go around. Now, the other interesting thing you'll find is there's other groups of chords that work that way. The D chord and the E chord and the A chord. They all have white note, black note, white first position in root position. D, E, G sharp, and B, and A, C sharp, and E. So they're all going to feel the same as you go up and down the inversions. Those feel the same to me in my fingers. Let's take the E chord, same thing. And again, we go up and down the keyboard to get the muscle memory, going both ways. And I said D, E, and A are all the same. Okay, so when you get the D, you've actually got the A and the E, at least in terms of muscle memory. The only difference is, again, knowing the notes and being able to see those on the keyboard. So you want to look for the patterns on the keyboard, which is what I'm trying to let you know. There's 3 other chords that are going to look the same. That's the E flat, the A flat, and the D flat. And the great thing about those is they happen to be 1, 4, 5 too. Same with the D and A, D, and E are 1, 4, 5 too. Just a side note, not that has anything to do with the inversions, but the E flat chord, again, this has black, white, black, black, white, black. Okay, so does the A flat, black, white, black, or A flat, C, E flat, and the D flat. All have that same black note, white note, black note. Okay, so again, they're going to feel the same as you go on up. This is the D flat chord. And the E flat chord is going to feel the same. Okay, so D flat, E flat, A flat. Now there's a couple of chords, we've almost got them all, at least the major chords we're talking about now. And it's best to probably start with your major chords to make some kind of a system out of it. Do the majors, do the minors. And it takes a while. The 2 odd chords are going to be G flat or F sharp, which is all 3 black notes. And then we've got a B chord, which is 2 white, black, black. Okay, so those ones are going to feel a little bit different. But it's only 2 of them. And they're not hard to play, especially the black note chords seem to sort of flow pretty easily. How long should it take? Well, as long as it takes, I guess. I did spend a lot of time at one time doing that, running up and down the keyboard with that. What I do suggest, if you're a beginning student and you're feeling overwhelmed by all, the hundreds and hundreds of chords, and you don't need to learn all the inversions for all of them. I mean, the more you do, the better your fingers are going to be at playing the piano. But I suggest that you at least take the songs that you're learning, whatever key that they're in, and practice the chords that you're learning for that song. And, work on it and get that song into your repertoire, and then, pick a song with different chords. And while you're doing that, you're sort of having the fun of playing a song, and you're also taking a few minutes to learn your chord inversions. The last thing I would mention is that not all chords have only 3 notes in them. We have 4-note chords that are commonly played. It would be a C major 7th. And again, invert, take the C, put it on the top. You've got this. And there's your inversion for C major 7. Root in the top. Now, I don't play a lot of these inversions in real life. This one I do. This with the major 7th in the bottom. Don't play it too much, but it's good to know it. C7. See, it's been so long since I've done it. There's another uncomfortable one. I don't like that one. Some of these aren't very comfortable, but to my fingers anyways. C minor 7th. So it's about your eyes going to the correct notes, and then your fingers learning the muscle memory. And you'll find other patterns like that, a C minor 7th and an F minor 7th. They feel the same. And again, it's white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black. So you're going to notice those patterns. So once you've got the feeling for the C minor 7th one, you're going to have it already done, at at least in your hands, for the F minor 7th. And that's pretty much what you've got to do to kind of get your inversions under there. Why they're important? Because we harmonize melodies. You might have like a... Okay, I'm doing... It's Christmas time. Merry Little Christmas. Have yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So now I've got, when I'm playing the melody, now I've got a C in the second inversion, and I've harmonized. I can even put that A in there if I want, because now I'm at an A minor inversion. So you use inversions harmonizing the melody at the top. So it's kind of interesting to take a melody like Silent Night and play it just with the right hand using inversions. And then we've got that note, so that's a G. And I'm using inversions to play Silent Night too. So it's important because you know, as you're playing melodies, you can harmonize the notes of that chord underneath there. So you're not going to want to play chords in root positions all the time, and you're not going to play these inversions all the time. Playing piano is a matter of putting the time in and getting your fingers to do what you want them to do, and then quickly. The last thing I'll say about practicing is it's going to be uncomfortable at first, so it's better to go nice and evenly, tempo-wise, rather than you don't want to do it unevenly like that. Nice and evenly. Take as much time between chords as you need to get your fingers in position. So basically, that's the answer to Dee's question there. It's a good thing to do. You don't want to spend so much time that you feel overwhelmed at it. I suggest taking the chords to the songs you're already playing and work those out so that you get them comfortably under your fingers. And I want to thank you again for tuning in, and I want to thank Dee for giving me that question, and invite anybody that wants to get onto the website, www.pianolessonsforlife.com. There's a contact form just about on every page. You can click on a link and write me a question, because it really helps me out a lot to, you know, to see where you guys are. And what you need to know. Again, my name's Greg, and I'm just here to help you play piano. Love you all, and keep coming back.